Effective January the 1st, Sask Energy will stop collecting and submitting the carbon tax on natural gas.
There you have it. Scott Moe, Saskatchewan Premier, pushing back at Justin Trudeau's policy of a tax break on the carbon tax, but for some. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. Justin Trudeau's hastily called press conference last week to announce that he would pause the carbon tax on home heating oil. I'm sure it's getting him some fans back in Atlantic Canada, where, well, Liberal support was melting faster than the polar ice caps, but it's caused a lot of consternation in the rest of the country. And so Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe says if Trudeau doesn't offer the same tax break to all forms of home heating, well, come January 1st, he's going to order Sask Energy to stop collecting the carbon tax. He admits that this might be seen as breaking the law, but in this case, he's willing to do it. Here's why.
Effectively providing Saskatchewan residents with the very same exemption that the federal government is giving heating oil in Atlantic Canada. The federal government may say that's illegal and that you simply cannot choose to collect and pay your taxes. In most cases, I would agree with that. But it's the federal government that has created two classes of taxpayer by providing an exemption for heating oil. An exemption that really only applies in one part of the country and effectively excludes Saskatchewan.
Now, since most comments, there have been calls for other premiers, other provinces to follow suit. Alberta's Danielle Smith was quick to point out that Sask Energy is a crown corporation. It's owned by the government. She can't turn around and tell private companies in Alberta to not follow the law. Same here in Ontario. Doug Ford can't be telling Enbridge or any of the other natural gas companies, hey, stop collecting the carbon tax. He would, they would all be in jeopardy at that point. But across the country, premier after premier has said that Trudeau's deal for Atlantic Canada is unfair. Even David Eby, the new Democrat premier of British Columbia, has called it unfair. And on Tuesday morning, Doug Ford just said, let's scrap the whole thing.
Last week, the federal government finally acknowledged how harmful the carbon tax is when they announced they're removing from home heating oil. The fact is, the vast majority, 95% of people in Ontario, do not heat their homes or businesses with oil. It's completely unfair that they still have to pay the carbon tax, so I'm urging the Prime Minister to play fair, do what's right, and eliminate the tax altogether.
And Trudeau is unlikely to scrap the whole thing, but he's definitely under a lot more pressure over a last-minute deal that he made to try and salvage some Liberal support in Atlantic Canada. He is facing a ton of pressure to do something elsewhere. This may not be the political fix he thought it was. I think it might just be a gift to Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives. And Poilievre's off on the side, eating an apple, talking about the carbon tax and wondering how much lower Justin Trudeau will go. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Share this on social media. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.